Welcome everybody to Tuesdays at the Capitol, Zoom Tuesdays at the Capitol with the Minnesota Brain Injury Alliance. Today is Tuesday, February 16th, and it's week 7 of the legislative process. We gather every Tuesday virtually on Zoom for our Tuesdays at the Capitol, and you're welcome to join us. Please send me an email and we'll get you added to our list. Today I have a couple of quick updates on issues that we've been talking about for the last couple of weeks, and then Jeff Bangsberg is going to join us and talk about personal care assistance issues and what's happening on that front at this point in the legislative process. So the great news and the fun news so far for this week is that last week we had our first hearing on Cassie's Law. And just a quick review, Cassie's Law is a law that would require judges to issue neuropsychological examinations in cases where they're about to sentence individuals with brain injury, stroke, or fetal alcohol spectrum disorder to felony crimes or higher. It's sort of the last stop on the way to jail. And we want to make sure that if people get to this point, that the judges have that neuropsychological evaluation available so that they can make appropriate referrals and take that into consideration upon sentencing. As I've said many times, it's not a get out of jail free card, but it's an insurance card to make sure that the judges are aware of that situation. So the bill was introduced last year, but it kind of ground to a screeching halt when COVID hit. So we got it rolling again this year. And we came flying out of the gate with a successful hearing. I know many of you were on that, watched that hearing because I got a number of questions from you, but it did pass 19-0, and is now being referred to the House Judiciary Committee. We have, if not yesterday, today we'll be requesting, or having the author, Representative Hollins, will be requesting a hearing in the Judiciary Committee, and we hope to have that hearing next week. And that would be either Tuesday or Thursday next week at 8:30 in the morning. So if it ends up on Tuesday, you guys can spend almost the whole darn day in front of your computer if you would like. I know that'd be tough, and I don't expect you to do that, but lots of opportunities, lots of things happening. So we're very excited about it. I'm sure you guys might have some questions if you watch this hearing, because we did get into political la-la land a little bit. It's like what I call all the different scenarios in politics and things flying around. But by and large, it was very successful. We got the bill moving. We got the bill moving forward. We're still working to figure out the equation on how to ensure that they're paid for, that these neuropsychological examinations are paid for, because obviously they don't do much good if we can't get them paid for, get them done. And so we get into a little conversations with, should the state pay for it? Should we have the counties pay for it? Is it an unfunded mandate? How much it will cost? Who should qualify? But the important thing is that everybody wants to do it. It's just a question of figuring out how many to do, at what level, who qualifies, how to pay for them. And as you guys recall from a couple of weeks ago when Tim Berry told his story on our Tuesdays at the Capitol, Tim's story is very powerful, very tragic, and I think legislators really want to do something. So we're really excited about that. The only other update I'll give you on the brain injury issues, and this affects the whole disability community, obviously, before I turn it over to Jeff, is just we're still waiting for the next steps on the budget process. And the governor introduced his budget a couple of weeks ago. The budget forecast will come out in a couple of weeks. And this is sort of a little bit of I hate to say lull, but compared to what's going to be happening in a couple of weeks, this is quiet in terms of how fast things are moving with the budget. We're going to see hearings start real soon where the governor's budget proposals will be put in bill form and have hearings, and they'll be exploring that. It actually starts tomorrow on an issue we care about in the Higher Education Committee with the Traumatic Brain Injury, Spinal Cord Injury Research Fund being part of, well, let me back up. The governor's proposed budget actually cuts that research fund. And so there's a hearing in the Higher Education Committee on the governor's complete budget for higher education. And we hope to bring up the fact that we do not want to see that fund cut. So things are going to start happening with the budget really quick. And then obviously the Health and Human Service budget has a huge impact on people with brain injury, on people with all kinds of disabilities, on people, at all income levels. And we have a lot of issues that will be coming forward. I won't dive into that now. So that's the update on Cassie's Law, on the Traumatic Brain Injury, Spinal Cord Injury Fund, and on the budget setting process.